How's it going, guys? This is Romanarcher Gaming. I'm going to continue off with my story, and then we're going to go on with the rest of this. So, this is part 2 of Romanarcher Gaming Anxiety Talk, and I guess we were back at where I was talking about how vomiting and seizures really affect your body. But basically, what I was saying was it affects just about every part of your body, your arms, your legs, your stomach, any part that involves any type of muscles of any kind. And on top of that, you also have vomiting, which is going in your insides and everything, and you're regurgitating all the food and stuff, and that uses some sort of muscles, I would assume. And I will say it hurt to breathe, it hurt to move in any possible way, head, legs, arms. It was really painful. And the funny part of all this is I was so tired, but at the same time I couldn't sleep because I had been sleeping after all that altercation. Now, the neurologist came back with a conclusion that this wasn't neurological, or wasn't, I guess pretty much it wasn't neurological and it wasn't epilepsy. And this conclusion kind of perplexed me because I wasn't really sure about all that. I mean, what were the 3-4 seizures that I had that day? Were they not seizures? He ended up coming back to me and telling me that I was doing it to myself. Now, when he first told me this, I kept thinking, I was doing this myself? Does he think I'm faking? Does he think this is all like an illusion I'm setting up so I can suffer? It doesn't really make sense. He finally talked a little bit more and explained the situation a lot more than it was, and he was telling me that it wasn't that I was faking it, but rather my body was causing me to have these seizures in a way to help resolve anxieties and stresses. I'm not sure how exactly that would really help my body, but this was my body's method of resolving the stress and anxiety that was going on. It was kind of like a computer. It was shutting down and then rebooting. And this kind of confused me because I was like, what? Is that really what's happening to me? Is that what this is? And I guess this comes to my other part of how I started to deal with things. For a while after that altercation, I got in a really big fear of getting in cars and stuff like that because being entrapped, not being able to get out, not being able to just be where I wanted to be at that very moment was very stressful for me. Every moment I got in, I would either have a seizure, I would either have vomiting, I would have stabbing pains in my stomach, it would be hard to breathe, my body temperature would rise tremendously, and if you touched my skin, you would feel the difference in temperature. And it was just really, really stressful for me. And after that point in time, for several months, I was locked away in my room. I think it was for quite a while, and I never left my room once. I stayed in there and basically just locked myself away in a dark prison and never came out. I never hung out with my friends. I never really experienced anything in my life. It kind of seemed like time paused. At this point in time, I also had dropped out of high school, and I was homeschooling because I couldn't deal with the stress of being in a bus either. And the next part was the really just hard part for me because I was really trying to find things to help me through it, and nothing seemed to work. To which I started researching it and everything else, and I ended up finding out the best way to resolve this is by myself, using my own mind to manipulate my own feelings and my own body. At this point in time, I realized if I told myself a lie enough, then I would believe it. And for a while, my dad was trying to really help me get out of the house and start really reestablishing my life again. And he actually was a lot of the help in the situation for this. And luckily, we started driving, and I would have the stabbing pains and stuff like that. It took a really long time for me to really get myself back to where I was. And I guess the first thing I tried to do to really relax myself is I would just pour cold water on me and just shock my system so it couldn't react to the stress, but rather it would be reacting to the cold water. And when it was doing that, it worked for a period, but then it just wasn't good enough. I mean, it was getting water all over the car, ruining the car, and everything else. I needed to come up with a way better solution. while telling my body that water was my relaxing thing because I was so freaking hot, I ended up coming with something new. I just started drinking water and having it cold and just putting it on my forehead and on my neck and stuff like that. And that wasn't working for a while either. And so I started realizing, okay, well, maybe I have to do something myself. So I kind of started telling myself, hey, after this activity, we're going straight home. No worries, no stress. We'll be there for a couple minutes, maybe an hour at most, and then we'll go straight home. No stress whatsoever. I'll be right home. I'll be able to relax, lay in bed, or whatever I want to do. It's not a big problem. And that worked for a little, real well, I guess. But the real thing that I learned was if I was in a public place and there was a lot of people around, I would say, well, it's all right. I don't need to stress about this. There's these people around, so they'll be able to help me if anything happens. It's nothing to stress about. These people will help me and help take care of me, and they'll get somebody who can help me with my situation. After that period of time, I also realized, well, what happens if I'm not in a public place where there's nobody around? Then I started telling myself, it's okay, it's okay. There's nobody around, so there'll be nobody who can judge or make you feel bad about what you've just done, and it's okay. After you're done, you'll just recover, and then you'll just go on with your day. And I tell myself this like every day now when I go out and I start having some sort of, like, I feel like I'm starting to have some anxiety or something. And I really have to say, anxiety does run your life if you don't manage it. It really does. If you guys realize, those of you who really have that anxiety issue, that if you don't try to control it, it is going to control you. You'll never be able to enjoy your days. You'll never be able to get a job because you can't work in an environment because you're worried about what people are going to say, or you're worried about what people are doing, or if people are even looking at you. It depends on what really drives you insane or what really stresses you out, which you just have to put yourself in that situation. You have to force yourself and really just keep at it. I mean, the first time is going to be the most trying and hard and difficult time for you to get over something. But I mean, when you're starting to put yourself in that situation, it's really just the best way to get through it. It may be painful and everything else, and I will tell you, when I was in the car and I had the biggest fear of cars and I was getting the stabbing pains and everything else, and my dad was there helping me and forcing me, and he was telling me, you can do this, you can get through this, and we would just go for short drives. And then as time progressed, we went for a little bit longer, and then eventually I started getting better. Eventually I was able to sit in the parking lot and just wait for them after they finished shopping. And eventually I was able to actually go inside the store with them for short periods of time. And then it just slowly started progressively getting better and better and better. And as that was going on, I was also telling myself these things that were helping me relax a little bit more and more and more. But I guess the key thing it comes down to is finding that comfort zone, finding that thing that really just calms you. Even if you have to lie to yourself and tell yourself, well, everything's fine, everything's okay. Even if you have to manipulate things. It's just all about making sure that you can get yourself in the way you want to be. And I guess that's what it comes down to, guys. Now, I think that's just about all I can really talk about. If you guys want me to expand on this more, like a specific topic or something like that, leave it in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to like and comment as well. And if you guys want to see more stuff like this, don't forget to like it. And if there's something specific that you guys want me to talk about or something like that, leave it down in the comments as well. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed talking about this. If it helped some of you, I really think that's awesome. If it didn't, then I'm really sorry I couldn't be much more help. Also, if there's anybody who would like to talk more about the problems and stuff like that, you guys can either talk it down in the comments, or you can go onto my discussion board and we can talk about it on there. I really have no problem at all talking to you guys if you guys are having a bad day or something like that, or if you guys just want to talk about random things. It's no biggie for me, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later.